I just finished with this yard, and I wanted to go ahead and start the video and just show you some of these juicy stripes that are phenomenal, that do a really good job by the bumblebee. And this yard is looking really good. And if you're wondering what is some of the brownish spots all over, the customer is still treating for some weeds, and so you've got some spots everywhere where all the weeds are still dying out. I think he's actually started the back as well, so we're gonna have a very similar outlook in the backyard. But look at this, ninjas. This is amazing. So today I just kept it straight lines, no diamonds or anything like that. Last time I did the checker boxes, but last time it was really bad because he had a bunch of top dressing crap all over the yard, and boy did it stink. Anyway, what do you ninjas think about that, huh? Can Sensei stripe or can Sensei stripe? Hey, who gets the credit here? The bumblebee or Sensei? This has been an argument that we've had for a while now. What creates stripes, good stripes at least? Is it the mower or is it the operator? And I really think it's got a little bit of both to do. you as an operator have to know what you're doing, but also not every mower can do a really good stripe job and lay down some stripes. All right, gotta weed eat this and get out of here. I'm a little bit behind. I lost some time at one of the yards. Had a big situation with a customer. It's just a mess. I'll tell you all about it when I get in the truck. Let me weed eat this. There's not much here. This is a weekly, and that's what I like about weeklies, because very easy to mow. What's up, ninjas? What is up on this Pump Monday? Man, is it a Pump Monday, because things are popping, man. Things are definitely popping, or they were at least earlier. Anyway, just pulled up at this one right here. It's a bi-weekly, and well, there's really not much here to see. I kick off a dust storm every time I mow here, but at least in the front, even in the back. Anyway, haven't had a chance to record anything for you ninjas because I've been playing catch up. I'm actually a little behind. I lost a lot of time. Have you ever had one of those customers where just, anyway, they take up so much time and you just don't know how to say, hey? Well, normally if it's like too much, I will say, hey, I gotta go. But this was a bit of a situation, so I was trying to be as patient as possible with her. But anyway, by the title of the video, you already know where I'm going with this. So let me ask you a question, ninjas. After you aerate a yard, how long before you can mow? Go ahead, I'll wait. So I've aerated this yard 2 weeks ago. Okay, actually going, oh yeah, 2 weeks ago to the day. And well, maybe a day before, but whatever, 2 weeks ago. And after I aerate a yard and all that, I usually wait about 2 weeks. Yeah, you know, look, can you wait 3 weeks? Sure. But you know what, man? Her yard was tall. It needed to be mowed. So I pull up, you know, doing my little thing, and I'm pulling out the mower and I start mowing. I mow the whole front. But one thing I did do is before I started actually turning on the blades, I looked around, you know, I was like, looks good. It's coming along. Grass is tall, needs to be mowed. I didn't see any seed. Come on, man. It's been 2 weeks. We've even had some rain since. Anyway, I finished mowing the front. I'm headed in the back. I get about 50% half done, you know, halfway through the back. Here she comes at me, holler, and I'm like, yo, I thought something happened. Shut the mower off. I'm like, hey, what are you doing? Again, it wasn't one of those questions like, what's it look like I'm doing? I'm an electrician. You know, but like, what's up? And she was like, well, you just you just aerated and seeded the yard. You're throwing all the seed everywhere. And I'm like, it's been 2 weeks ago, ma'am. She's like, well, there's still seed all over the ground. I'm like, no, well, show me. She never showed me, but I was like, show me, where? She's like, well, not so much here in the back, but all in the front. I'm like, where? I looked. I didn't see any. I was like, grass is really tall. It needed to be mowed. I said, and normally after we aerate and seed, I always wait at least 2 weeks. I mean, yes, it could, you know, the longer you wait, I guess is better. I'm not going to argue that, but look, it's been 2 weeks. It's plenty of time. And the grass is tall, ninjas. It needs to be mowed. I said, if we skipped another week or two, that would have been a whole month. I said, and then I'm going to have to charge you for overgrowth. Oh, I just think you're wasting a lot of seed everywhere. That's crazy, you know. I've never seen anybody aerate, and this is the first time I've ever aerated this yard, okay? So keep that in mind. You know, every time you aerate, you don't at least cut for a month. I'm like, a month? I said, I don't know about that. I said, I mean, I know some people wait 2.5, 3 weeks, I guess, but 2 weeks is plenty. So what do you do in this situation, ninjas, when you have a customer who's coming out, she's getting all pissed at me, attacks me completely. I mean, she really did attack me. She was like, this is crazy. I've never had anybody mow after they aerate like 2 weeks later. I'm like, have you ever had it aerated? Who did your yard before? I didn't say that, but I was like, listen, Karen, number 6. Okay, I didn't say that, but I meant it. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, look, I de-escalated. Yeah, I like de-escalated. De-escalated the situation. I said, listen, I'll be back here next time. I'll bring some more seed with me and my spreader, and I'll throw some more seed for you. No extra charge. And let me tell you, ninjas, that definitely toned down the whole little scenario. Okay, so sometimes, I don't know, you have a choice, right? When you're in a situation like this, you have a choice to, you know, go head to head with somebody, and, you know, you could lose an account. At that point, maybe you don't care. It doesn't really matter at that point. But, you know, I wasn't trying to like fight with her, but at the same time, I was like trying to hold my ground too. Like, listen, it's overgrown, or it's not overgrown, but it's getting to that point. It's tall. It's been 2 weeks. I don't see any seed anywhere. You know, it looks like everything we've put down is actually working and doing good. It needs to be cut. And, you know, once I told her that, she just chilled out, mellowed out. I don't know. But some customers are like that, ninjas. So you gotta. So anyway, I'm asking you, ninjas, the professionals, right? Seriously, how long till you cut a yard after you aerate and seed and do all the goodies that you put down? How long? 1 week? 2? I think 1 week is a little too soon. 2 weeks? 3 weeks? I don't know. Just depends really how much rain you have. But you'll have some crazy Karens come out here and scream their lungs at you. And you know what's funny? Then she asks me, hey, do you have some free time after I de-escalated the situation? Do you have some free time I need some help with these pots. They're just too heavy. I can't pick them up and move them around. Maybe one weekend you come out here and help me just move, kind of clean up, you know. She's let her yard go, and she's got some health issues. So she's able to do a lot of it, but some of the heavier stuff she can't. And she's like, I'll pay you. How much? And I told her, I was like, how long do you need me here? I don't know. She's like, at least like 3, 4, 5 hours. So I was like, basically half a day. She's like, yeah, $500, you know. And she didn't seem like she had an issue with that. She was like, okay, yeah, I guess that sounds good. Well, you know, she's like, can you do it this weekend? I'm like, no, I can't. I've already got enough stuff going on this week and weekend. I said it'll probably be the following weekend. What are you doing? It's not Thursday. So, you know, you'll have some crazy Kevins and Karens and you know what I mean. You'll have some crazy people out here, man. But I've never had anybody approach me like that, you know, after we aerated to tell me you can't mow it. I mean, I asked her too. I said, so, I mean, did you want me to wait another week or two? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, that would be a month since we aerated. I said, the grass is already tall. And her front yard is really coming in nicely. Like it's kicked off, you know, the stuff is taking off. Anyway. What is it with today's, all the women today are nuts, man. So you saw I had to, that car stopped and I had to talk to her. And there's a difference talking to somebody or asking them something, and then there's a difference talking down to somebody. That's exactly what just happened. She was like, and by the way, where I park, I specifically park there so that way I don't block her driveway or her neighbor's driveway behind me. So that way I'm like right between. Even when I drop the gate down, I'm not blocking the other driveway. You saw she rolled up, backed up a little, rolled her window down. She's like, and the way she said it too, she was like, you're gonna have to move. And I was like, I'm not in your way. And she just looked at me again and she's like, you have to move. And I didn't say nothing else to her. I didn't know if she's trying to park where I am or if she's trying to pull into that driveway. That's what confused me. So I put the weed eater up and moved the truck, and she parked in the driveway. She could have totally turned in the driveway. I wasn't blocking the driveway. But you know, ninjas, after earlier, I mean, these people, and this is the neighbor across the street, but some of these people are nuts, man. And after dealing with being attacked from that customer earlier, I am not in the mood to deal with anybody today. Normally, I would have just ignored her, or I would have told her, are you parking in the driveway? Yeah, you got plenty of room. I wouldn't have moved, but I'm just not in the mood today. I am behind. I'm trying to, you know, finish as many more as I can before I lose daylight. But I want to tell you something. I didn't have to move. I wasn't blocking her driveway. Nobody can make you move when you're out in the public street. You know what I'm saying? Public road. So if I wanted to be a prick about it, I would have been like, whatever, lady, call the cops if you got to. I'm not in your way. And I guarantee if the police showed up, they would have just been like, what do you want him to do? He's servicing a property. He's not in your way. She probably wouldn't have even called the cops. She's just trying to, I don't know. People are nuts, man. Today, the energy with some of these people are, it's bizarre. Pump Monday, ninjas! You know what else gets me? Like what happened earlier with that customer? They hire you because you're the professional, you know what you're doing, and then they want to try to tell you how to do your job. Have you ever come across that? People will hire you, ask you, can you do this, how much, and then when you say, yes, I can, and you give them a price, and then when you start doing it, they come out there and try to tell you how to do your job. That's basically what happened earlier with that lady. 2 weeks later, she's like, you're not supposed to mow it for a month. Lady, don't tell me how to do my job, okay? It's crazy. I'm not gonna let these Karens ruin my day, ninjas. We're still gonna get everything done. Pump Monday is about to be a wrap. And it was a good day overall, even though it got kind of hectic here towards the end, and I'm trying to just get as many knocked out as I can before I lose the daylight. Sun's in my eyes. But yeah, it's you got to be ready for stuff like this. You know what I mean? You have to be prepared. You're going to come across all kinds of people. You're going to come across all kinds of customers. People will come out and attack you. Instead of talking to you, they'll talk down to you. Be respectful, be professional, and just try to hold your ground. And always try to defuse any situation there may be. Perfect example, like this freaking crazy neighbor. You know, I could have totally, she's already having probably a bad day. I could have probably totally ruined her day even more. And you know, she doesn't know what kind of day I'm already having, you know, so before you know it, there could have been a big war here, police involved and everything, and then I was gonna be stuck there with the police and definitely wouldn't have made it to any more yards. It's just, you know, always try to defuse. Sometimes that's not an option. Sometimes you will have certain situations there's no choice. But try your best to always just stay professional, and you know, you're there just to get the yard done so you can get paid and move on. I'm not trying to start neighbor wars out here. I'm trying to cut these yards so I can get paid and go on about my day. Alright, that's it. I'm not going to record. I'm not going to fool with the camera anymore. I don't even know if this is going to upload tonight or not, depending on what time I get home. Thank you, ninjas, for tuning in for another one. Keep an eye out for all them Karens out there. They're everywhere, man. People are on the edge, man. People are stressed. You can just tell. The atmosphere, the energy is not the same what it was a few years ago. And I get it, man. We're all dealing with something, you know? We're all going through something with all this stuff going around the whole world. Everybody's just on their last straw, so to say. Alright. Hope all you ninjas had a good Pump Monday. Thank you, as I said, and we'll see you on the next one.
Saving green.
Peace.
Saving green, be the team.